What it do, little bitch? Welcome back to Crispy Flicks.
That's a change of pace.
Well,
Nice.
yeah, well, you know.
Like it.
So today we're reviewing the children's film masterpiece known as Monster House from 2006.
Monster House is essentially a film about a group of kids that start off sort of spying on an old man called Old Man Nevercracker. He's a real crotchety old dude that kind of looks like a meth head golem. They learn that his house is essentially, you know, a monster house, if you will.
Don't look back! I look back!
I just want to talk about the opening scene because it always irritates me, right? So,
Ooh, go on.
opening scene, so you see like a little leaf falling and everything, and there's this stupid kid on a trike, right?
I think I know
There's
what
this-
you're going to say. Yeah, go on.
You know, this stupid kid singing la 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 la. You just, I mean, we could put the clip up, right? And you'll understand why I hated this kid as, you know, even as a kid, right?
La 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 la.
she's like triking along or whatever, and there's a leaf of all things stops her outside Nevercracker's house. So Nevercracker, the crazy hillbilly meth head, who's also voiced by Steve Buscemi, comes running out of his house like someone's just pissed in his cornflakes, grabs the girl's trike and fucks it in half with his bare golem hands. And then you know, camera pans out into a nice little transition of Nevercracker being sort of spied on by our main protagonist, DJ. DJ's been like spying on Nevercracker for a while. He doesn't really like him. He doesn't understand why he's so hostile and why he wants to keep everyone away from his lawn and in particular his house. And this is around the time of Halloween, and DJ's parents are, of all things, they're dentists, and they're going to a dentist convention. And DJ is going to be left home, and he thinks that this is the perfect time to kind of investigate Nevercracker.
This is when we're introduced to Chowder. Now,
Ooh.
Elizabeth will be here in a few hours. If anything happens, call the police and hide in your closet.
He knows that.
See you tomorrow night! What have you done? I'm okay.
Just let me drive this thing, will you?
Where is DJ? Where's DJ?
You would be so happy if he was under the car, wouldn't you?
Sorry. It's hard to see with the mask on.
Then why don't you keep it off, Chowder?
Why'd you put up your window?
Chowder. He's obviously written to just be the generic goofy fat kid that makes you laugh, but he's genuinely hilarious. Some of the shit that he comes out with, I genuinely laughed.
I'm a murderer. No, you're not. I'm not? When it's an accident, they call it manslaughter. Try and relax. Be cool like me. Well, Dad, why don't you kiss my hairy butt? Hey, DJ, got any beer? Well, hello there.
DJ and, you know, Chowder, they're sort of clowning around, and stupid Chowder ends up accidentally pitching his basketball into Nevercracker's lawn.
It's time for an in-your-face disgrace. Are you okay? Oh no.
And when they go and get it, Nevercracker's so pissed, so psyched up on probably what I assume is meth and crack. So he comes running out of the house again, and he picks up DJ, and he's like, "Yeah, you need to stay away from her." And then he fucking has a heart attack and seemingly dies. Right?
I thought that was very dark for a children's film, by the way. Just to see someone because at that point, he's dead, right? You know.
Yeah.
In a children's film, they just show someone having a heart attack and dying, and then falling on the kid.
They do it in such a way where it that it falls in like a first-person perspective, so it's like you are DJ looking at this old meth head fall on top of you after having a heart attack. It's really grim. So the ambulance takes Nevercracker away, and DJ is kind of messed up because he thinks that he's just killed a man by accident. We then get a really cool scene of like inside the house, and there's this crack on the glass that travels up and kind of like crosses out DJ's neck, as if the house is like coming alive and kind of gunning after DJ for what it's just done. So yeah, we get introduced to DJ's babysitter, Elizabeth, or Z.
Oh, Z.
She is a dick. She's voiced by Maggie Gyllenhaal.
She's kind of just like the stereotypical like punk rock, I don't give a shit teen, and it's like, oh look at me, I'm all nasty and quirky, and my whole character is I'm a bitch.
Rainbow tree, plus I got this brand in me. Curly yellow dancing on me, so she smelled the green on me.
So DJ ends up going to sleep and ends up having this really dark dream sequence of this hand reaching out from the house towards him, and it's like the visuals of it are kind of scary, especially for kids.
It's a really nice looking shot. Is it this point where we meet the man of the hour, Bones? I think.
Oh, yeah.
Bones, man.
Bones.
Happy Halloween, doofus!
Nice one, Bones.
Look at his face, that's funny.
Bones is like, yeah, he's just a pisshead and a stoner.
Yeah.
But thing is, normally in children's movies, they kind of like hide the fact that someone's drunk by doing it in like a certain way. So like, Big Hero 6.
Yeah.
So there's a scene where he's like deflating slowly, and he's trying to walk up the stairs, and he's like, shh, and he face plants, and that's supposed to tell the audience of like the adults that he's drunk. In this, they just straight up show Bones drinking like beer.
Yeah, and
they don't hide it.
Right? Not only does it show Bones drinking beer, the whole reason Bones gets kicked out of the house after spouting exposition of how much Nevercracker's a dick is because he forcibly tries to snog Z, and he's then kicked out. He's then kicked out because he's pissed,
and he's like trying to rape her, pretty much.
yeah, it's really grim.
Yeah.
And then, he goes over to Nevercracker's house because Nevercracker stole his kite as a kid. And he's like drunk and he throws a bottle at the house, and he becomes the first victim we see of the house. He is then killed and eaten by the house for attacking it.
And then DJ goes to meet up with Chowder and tells him about the house.
Chowder, what are you doing? Shut up! What?
Nevercracker's back from the dead.
No way.
Yeah.
They leave the keys in here.
And then Chowder walks up to the house to like ding dong ditch it, doesn't he?
Yeah, and so Chowder goes up to the house, ding dong ditches it. It doesn't go to plan. They nearly die.
But the bit that made me laugh is like Chowder turns around and he's like,
Hey DJ, who am I? Get off my lawn!
Come on.
and just blatantly takes the piss out of an old man having a heart attack.
Yeah, I mean,
wow,
it's quality children's humour. So Chowder and DJ spend the whole night up, like watching the house for any more movements, and it's taking the piss out of them because it's just a house. We then get introduced to the character of Jenny.
Bones, come Don't even think about crawling back here. Oh.
Phew. Trick or treat.
Jenny is a kind of like preppy schoolgirl, sort of the Hermione of the group, really.
You know,
And,
I thought that I was thinking like this is like
Yeah.
Harry Potter kind of vibes here, you know.
she's selling candy in the neighborhood because it's like nearly Halloween.
Oh no! Don't go any further! Come here! Yes, over here!
Are you guys mentally challenged? If you are, I'm certified to teach you baseball.
And she nearly gets killed by the house too.
Yeah. What made me laugh is that she's like walking up to it, and then the keep out sign just sinks into the grass, but she doesn't even.
Oh yeah.
She just doesn't even flinch. Just walks past it.
Yeah.
It's like you would see that.
Yeah, DJ and Chowder call the police, and the police do absolutely nothing.
Oh, this thing. It has a mouth, and it comes out and grabs things and pulls them in and eats them.
Yeah, like this.
Okay. The thing is, we're trying to make this sound more real than it normally would.
Problem is, it sounds kinda not real. So we'll see you later.
They provided the information about the house having like a heart that needs to be put out by by my favorite character of the film, Skull.
Oh yeah, Skull.
Oh, did you just see that? I just chopped off your head again. Your head's rolling. You can't even see it because your eyes are on your head.
Sir?
What? I'm busy playing a video game without even looking at the screen.
He is an elite Chad gamer, right? This guy is covered in just gamer grease.
Sorry, children, but I've got some very, very important business to take care of. I won't be seeing you later.
So they devised this really stupid, elaborate plan to go inside the house by knocking it out with cold medicine first, stolen from Chowder's dad, who works at a pharmacy.
Dummy.
Hey, I was just doodling.
No, Chowder, this is it. First, we build a dummy. We fill the dummy with a few gallons of cold medicine. You can borrow it from your dad's pharmacy.
Say what?
We feed the dummy to the house. House eats the medicine. House goes to sleep.
Look
we
at
get in there,
this.
douse the fire, and get out.
Whoa. Questions? Yes, are you nuts? I don't want to steal drugs from my father. I don't want to go inside a monster, and I don't want to die.
I say it's worth a shot.
Yes, I agree. Let's do it.
So, in their attempts to sort of knock the house out with cold medicine, the police come and they nearly get arrested, and the police are then killed by the house. So the kids still end up going into the house because it still drags them in, but it's now asleep. The mission is to sort of find the furnace, which they think is the heart, and put it out and kill the house.
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
If those are the teeth, and that's the tongue, then that must be the uvula.
Oh. So it's a girl house.
What? No, it stimulates the gag reflex. Everyone has a uvula.
Not me.
So they're going through the house and they get some like close calls and stuff like, with the house nearly catching them, and they make their way down to the basement. Now it's important to note that there's this rumor that Nebuchadnezzar ended up killing his wife.
Oh yeah.
That he used to have, and that's why he wants nobody in the house. So when they end up in the basement, they find
it's like a concrete mold of like his wife.
This image is so fucked to me. It stayed with me for so long as a kid. Like, just this woman that's been buried underneath concrete, right? Throughout this sequence as well, we'll learn a bit more about Nebuchadnezzar, that he used to be in a demolition squad in the army. The house inevitably finds them again.
Ah, gotcha.
Killer Slinky!
they only manage to narrowly escape the house by pulling on the uvula, which is,
which is not the uterus. They are different things.
Yeah, and they get spat out on the front lawn just in time for old man Nebuchadnezzar to seemingly come back from the dead. In fact, he wasn't ever dead.
Plot twist of the century, everyone.
Yeah. And this is where the film gets really touching, because we find out in a backstory that, Constance, his wife, was in a freak show in a circus as a giantess. She's just like really fat, and Nebuchadnezzar ended up just sort of liberating her from that.
I can take you away from here. Would you like that?
Yes.
And buying this land where this house is. One day she was like freaking out because these kids are like attacking her, and it led to her dying and being buried under concrete in the foundation of the house. And it's just really, really sad to me that the character that we thought was the antagonist is just kind of sympathetic, and it's really well done.
Yeah, they think that the house is him, but it turns out he's trying to save all the kids. Like when he's come running out, "Get off my lawn, do you want to be eaten alive?" He's referring to Constance, the house, not wanting kids to come on their lawn because she's had bad experiences in the past. So he's actually trying to save people.
Things don't go well. The house gets completely fucking raged. And
oh man, this is madness.
Ends up just like pulling out from its foundation and trying to chase all the kids and Nebuchadnezzar.
You know what I always thought too, right? No one else on the street ever sees this. No one else. Like, surely you'd be able to hear growling, screaming, and fucking stomping, and you'd go out and think, what is all that noise? But no one's even bothered. No one comes out. It's mad.
I have this theory that actually none of this happened, and instead they just all got high on the cold medicine that they stole from Chowder's pharmacy. So it ends up breaking out into them a chase scene of them going to a place called the Danger Zone, which is a big scrapyard, and they try to destroy the house with a digger.
Get your grubby branches off the old man!
And it's a really cool scene, really cool fight scene. You see Chowder fighting against the house, and this does absolutely nothing.
He thinks that he's like destroyed the house because it's like in ruins. Then it just rebuilds itself into like a super house. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, and somehow manages to make itself look even more terrifying. DJ comes up with this idea where he could take this stick of dynamite and climb up a crane, and then somehow, fucking do a Tarzan impression and throw the dynamite down into the chimney and blow it up. And that's exactly what happens. The house is completely destroyed now, because they destroyed the furnace, which was its heart. Yay! And there's this really sad scene at the end where Nebuchadnezzar is like dancing with this smoke, like spirit of Constance, his wife.
Yeah, it's nice.
And it's just really sad to see, because it's a really well-developed relationship for the short runtime of this film. And because Nebuchadnezzar doesn't have anything to worry about anymore, he doesn't have a reason to be a dick to kids.
Well, yeah, because he says like, "Oh, it's been 45 years and now we're free."
45 years. We have been trapped for 45 years. And now, we're free. We're free! Oh, thank you, friend! Oh, thank you all! Oh, we're free!
There's this scene where Nebuchadnezzar's like dishing out all the old toys that he stole from everybody, and everyone's like, oh, really happy and everything, and it didn't make any sense to me. That it's like, what, we're just gonna forget this guy was a dick that stole stuff from us for like 40 odd years? Listen, there's not going to be any happy family shit anymore, Nebuchadnezzar. Okay, you know, you terrorized these poor kids for years, and
now he just expects everyone to know about the house, even though, as we saw, no one even came out to see what was going on. Right?
No.
Yeah.
But we're sticking to the theory of, my theory of they all got high on cold medicine and imagined everything.
Yeah, and none of this actually happened.
Hey, Mr. Nevercracker, it's time to go.
Oh, you go on. I've got some work to do.
Right, thanks.
I'll see you around.
All right, bye.
Hey, stay off my lawn. I'm just kidding.
This ending kind of seems a bit tacked on because it was never supposed to happen. Dan Harmon wanted to keep the PG rating down, but in order to do that, he needed to change a few things. And one of the things he needed to add was people coming out of the rubble of the house at the end, because if he didn't, they'd just be dead. And that was his idea the whole time. Yeah, it's just it's a really solid film for a kids' film. It's really well written, and it's a real sort of decent comedy that stood the test of time.
Great for kids, great for actually adults, but genuinely scary as well. Like, obviously, I wasn't scared of it now because I'm a big boy. But the thing is, the reason why we're calling it a terrifying children's movie is because it's a children's movie, and if you show this to any kid, if you show this to any kid, they are going to be scared, right? Because I was terrified of this film when I was younger. No faults for me. Obviously, the animation's a bit jank, but I think that was just like the year it came out, really. I would love to see a live-action version of this, to be honest with you,
Yeah,
but like done well. Maybe like fucking the girl that plays Max in Stranger Things as Jenny.
Great.
Fucking Finn Wolfhard as DJ, and that fat kid from It as Chowder.
Solid.
Stay tuned for our next review. So, like and subscribe if you enjoyed. If you like movie reviews, TV show reviews, all that shit, definitely subscribe. Check out the Instagram, link in bio, and we'll see you in the next one, boys. See in a bit.
See you later.
Well, Dad, why don't you kiss my hairy butt? Hey, DJ, got any beer?
Well, hello there.